This is a lecture on acid, base and salt, part 4. This lecture covers the syllabus of CBSE Class 10, Chapter 2. After attending this lecture, we will be able to define salts and describe their methods of preparation, describe the manufacture and use of baking soda, washing soda, bleaching powder and plaster of Paris. So let's start. Salts. Salts are ionic compounds made of cation other than hydrogen ion and an anion other than hydroxyl ion. Example: sodium chloride. It is formed of sodium ion and chloride ion. Similarly, potassium nitrate. It is formed of potassium ion and nitrate ion. Formation of salts. By neutralization of acids. Neutralization reactions produce salt and water. Example: sodium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid reacts to give sodium chloride salt and water. In general, MOH plus HX. MOH means metal hydroxide plus HX gives MX, that is salt, plus water. So this is the general chemical reaction for neutralization reaction. The cation of salt comes from base and thus called base radicals. Similarly, the anion of salt, that is this one, comes from acid and thus called acid radical. So in sodium chloride, sodium ion is base radical and chloride ion is acid radical. Now we will see the formation of salt by action of acids. By action of acids on metals, salt is produced along with hydrogen gas. Example: zinc plus sulfuric acid gives zinc sulfate plus hydrogen gas. Next, formation of salt by action of acids on metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates. By action of acids on metal carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate, salt is produced along with carbon dioxide and water. Example: sodium carbonate plus 2HCl, that is acid, reacts to give 2 sodium chloride plus water plus carbon dioxide. Another similar example is sodium hydrogen carbonate plus HCl gives sodium chloride plus water plus carbon dioxide. So in this case, water and carbon dioxide is released along with salts. Now we will see types of salts. These are of 3 types: neutral salt, basic salt, and acidic salt. Neutral salt is formed by the reaction of a strong acid and a strong base. Example of such salt is sodium chloride, and the pH of such salts is 7. Basic salt is formed by the reaction of weak acid and a strong base, and its example is sodium acetate. Its pH is less than 7. Acidic salts are formed by the action of a strong acid with weak base. Its example is ammonium chloride, and its pH is less than 7. Now we will see few salts. First is baking soda. Its chemical name is sodium hydrogen carbonate. And its molecular formula is NaHCO3. It is manufactured by Solvay's process. For this process, raw materials required are limestone, calcium carbonate, brine, concentrated sodium chloride solution, and ammonia, NH3. In this reaction, first limestone is strongly heated to get carbon dioxide gas. Calcium carbonate, it is in the solid form, is strongly heated to get calcium oxide and carbon dioxide gas. It is liberated as the gas from the mixture. In the next step, this carbon dioxide gas is passed through cold brine saturated with ammonia, sodium chloride, aqueous, that is brine, saturated with ammonia, NH3, plus water, plus the carbon dioxide released in the first reaction, gas. These all will give sodium hydrogen carbonate in the solid form, it is precipitated, plus ammonium chloride remain in the solution. Here sodium bicarbonate crystallizes out from the solution, and this is baking soda. Now the use of baking soda, it is used in cooking. In cooking purpose, it is used in the form of baking powder. Baking powder is the mixture of sodium hydrogen carbonate, and tartaric acid. It makes cakes and bread fluffy and soft. The tartaric acid present in it neutralizes the sodium carbonate produced to avoid its bitter taste. That is, sodium hydrogen carbonate, when it is heated, it will produce sodium carbonate plus water plus carbon dioxide gas. This sodium bicarbonate have bitter taste, and this carbon dioxide gas helps in raising dough. It is also used in medicines and in soda fire extinguisher. Next salt is washing soda. Its chemical name is sodium carbonate decahydrate, and its molecular formula is sodium carbonate 10H2O. It is also manufactured by Solvay's process, by which sodium hydrogen carbonate was formed, and the steps are explained earlier. The sodium hydrogen carbonate produced is calcinated and recrystallized from water to produce washing soda. That is, two sodium hydrogen carbonate is calcinated, so calcination, then sodium carbonate plus water plus carbon dioxide is produced. This sodium carbonate is recrystallized with water to form sodium carbonate 10H2O, that is washing soda. So this is washing soda. Its uses are It is used as a cleansing agent and for removing permanent hardness of water. In the manufacture of glass, borax and paper, etc. Next salt is plaster of Paris. Its chemical name is calcium sulfate hemihydrate, and its molecular formula is calcium sulfate and hemihydrate, that is half H2O, or it can also be written like 2 calcium sulfate into H2O. It is manufactured from gypsum. Gypsum is calcium sulfate 2H2O. And the reaction is calcium sulfate 2H2O, that is gypsum, is heated at 100 degrees Celsius to give calcium sulfate half H2O, that is plaster of Paris, plus 3/2 H2O. If the temperature is raised more than 100 degrees Celsius, so it is heated at the temperature higher than 100 degrees Celsius, then calcium sulfate is only formed plus 2H2O. This calcium sulfate is dead bond, that is, it does not set like calcium sulfate, that is plaster of Paris. Its uses are: it is used in making toys, statues. It is used for making casts in dentistry. It is used for making fireproof materials which does not catch fire. Next salt is bleaching powder. Its chemical name is calcium oxychloride and its molecular formula is CaOCl2. It is manufactured by the reaction of dry slaked lime with chlorine. So the reaction proceeds like this one: calcium hydroxide plus chlorine gives calcium oxychloride, that is bleaching powder, plus H2O. This method is known as Hassen-Clever method. So by Hassen-Clever method, bleaching powder is manufactured. Its uses are: it is used in bleaching of wood pulp, cotton and linen. It is used as disinfectant and germicide. It is used in manufacture of chloroform CHCl3, and it is used as oxidizing agent. Now it's time to test yourself. First question: dash acid is used in baking powder. Second, dash is the chemical formula of bleaching powder. Dash is known as brine. Fourth, sodium chloride is dash salt. Fifth, washing soda is manufactured by dash process. Find the answer for these questions from the lecture and write it in the comment box. Name of first 10 students will be shown in the next part of this lecture. In part 5 of this lecture, we will do the exercise. So, for that time being, stay subscribed. See you soon.